Hello and welcome to this mod called RecipeResearch. This is a prototyping table we got here, and I've just researched coal. I've just researched a block of coal, so I can take this RecipeResearch down here, right click, and I'll know the block of coal recipe, right? So we look at coal here. You can see that if I just R in it, it says research 100%, and I've got the recipe for it. We look at a torch though. It says research 0%, and I can't actually even find out the recipe for it, right? I mean, I can actually spawn them in, but that's not really the point. But you can't find the recipe. Obviously, in survival mode, we're there to find out the recipe. I am survival, but obviously I loaded the world, not in survival. So you can see I've actually got a torch recipe that I was doing earlier here. You can see it's at 66%. That's because I just did the block of coal, right? And what was happening before, I believe, is that I believe the coal was actually stuck. I think it is still stuck though, isn't it? I'm trying to think what else I could possibly do with coal that will not that will unstick it though. What else can we use for coal, really? Still seems stuck there. I wonder why that is. I don't really know. And these things will get stuck, right? You see, when I put it in back like that again, it does try and do the torch. I wonder if it will actually be able to do the torch this time. I don't think so, though. I think it'll still get stuck at exactly the same point. And that's because there seems to be some sort of, like, if you don't have these root elements at the beginning, it doesn't seem to work properly. So you can see that's now stuck there. And if we wanted to go further, we would put the stick in. I mean, I know that for a fact. But what else do we really need for that? And that is a question, because the torch does not need anything else. I'm wondering what else it's thinking of though. Because that's at 66 now, so it starts. I'm pretty sure it's not thinking of that. But it's interesting to wonder what that's thinking of. I bet in the future this is going to be really fucking obvious. It's going to be annoying. But anyway, point is, right, I don't really know what it's thinking of there. You can see we're getting sugar here, and maybe doing a few of these would actually make this sort of process become a bit more clear. Also, the fact that I installed power is probably not that useful because I don't really know what most of the recipes are. That maybe was what's confusing me at this point. Yeah. So you can see that's stopped as well at sugar. And it's going to keep on doing the same one. That's the one it wants to do first, right? We don't have the sugar recipe though. I've got to say, they're pretty confusing mod in a way. I wonder what happens if we put the torch in with the this thing. Not that. No, I thought that maybe that would be the way. But this is obviously the wrong way around, isn't it? I mean, this is interesting, isn't it? Because it's sort of saying stick and coal equals torch. So if I put in I wonder if it's sort of saying that. And if I put in a torch in, what will happen when I still got the torch one in here? See, now it does actually do it, doesn't it? It does get to 100%. So it's almost like saying that it's actually giving that clue. That's kind of weird, though. Like I said, I don't fully really understand exactly what's going on with this. And this is gonna go all the way now. It's basically saying that you can make, because you can make a torch from both methods, can't you? If we look at the, let me just research this thing. It goes pretty slowly. And you can't click on this arrow to get recipes. Alright, so we've got the torch recipe. And that will have unlocked both of them, will it? Yeah. It was probably just looking for a piece of charcoal. So let's go back and look at and consider our we can probably tell what's going to happen here with the jack-o'-lantern now. This is obviously going to be a jack-o'-lantern, and then we're going to need to put in pumpkin, aren't we? Let me get another one and read them out, because like I say, well, I haven't actually said it yet, so I will say it right now. You just put paper in the top slot, and then you can put in your items. Did I put in enough of this? Not really. Let me just check. Is this going at the same rate? Yeah. So you see, to make coal, there is only really one way to make coal. So that's why when you just do one operation here, I'll be able to get this recipe to make coal. So you can see, I'm going to click on coal here. Nothing is here, right? This is what the coal page looks like on R, yeah? I'll show you in a minute. Alright, so it is a bit slow at the moment, it's a bit annoying. But yeah, you can see, right, this is looking for the 4 operations for it. But that doesn't mean to say, right, that if I alright, so what I would do, yeah, one of the first things I got was stone tools, right? Because like I said, when you start, you just get wooden tools, so you can do crafting table stuff. I've got to say, to make paper, the paper thing is probably going to be a bit different. Still have to make a brewing stand already. That's strange, isn't it? You would think that's not the first thing you'd think of. If that was requires going to the nether. Because you see, something like a furnace is not unlocked. So how would you unlock a furnace? I mean, that would not be the first point of call, though, would it? Really? This is done, by the way, because it's looking for blaze rod, so that is done. But you can see, just because what it's doing is actually scrolling through all of them. So you see, there's a stone axe. Let's see what the next one's going to appear. Stone pickaxe, yeah. So this is what you might do, which if you just mined up a load. I'm thinking about the early game. You might mine up a load of cobblestone, and then you get. So you do have to be wary. It is going to just create these different recipes. And again, you just wait for it to get to 50% like that. Throw in the sticks. And then that would complete the recipe there. And this is done, so I can just take that, get the coal recipe. See, the jack-o'-lantern is at 50%, so we're going to need to put some pumpkins in there. And this is sort of the way you would do it, right? and you can see, well, as soon as that goes in, it starts appearing there. And yeah, for this, all you would do is, so we could take another one here. Don't need this anymore. Don't need that anymore. Again, with sugar cane, for instance, I'll just get some more sugar cane. You can see it's making sugar. So some things it will kind of gate off in an interesting kind of way. You see it's sugar, yeah. Even though I can use this to make other stuff. Oh no, it does not. It doesn't gate off. Okay, I was just wondering if it did. I thought it might. It looked like it was going to, but it looks like they are going to let me make paper from it though. So yeah, I mean, and that's basically how this mod works. It's not really that complicated, I suppose. You just begin with getting access to a certain amount of stuff, and then you just do research and you guess. You have to basically lose. You do lose items, of course. But yeah, I mean, and that's basically how it works. But keep in mind, though, and really, the only real thing that I really feel like I've gleaned from this, not a huge thing, but with the torch, right, is because torches can be made from, yeah, I didn't mean to put that in there. I meant to put an actual torch in there. I mean, sorry, yeah, but because torch, it's interesting it goes in that slot. But yeah, the point is, right, is that since the torch, let me just get back to the torch one. If I can find it. Oh, it's not going to show me it now. No, that's a shame. But, I will say though, but the point is, yeah, that's interesting as well anyway. It doesn't show you once you've done it. But, yeah, like I say, you won't be able to get it full completion on torch until you had the stick, the coal and the charcoal. So that's an interesting way of doing things. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I probably will look at. It's an interesting and sort of dynamic system of doing things, and you can, you know, and unlocking recipes is quite an interesting idea. Keep in mind that you still will be able to do, you still can do the recipes even if you don't actually unlock them. So I don't know if that's going to actually change. So yeah, and but like I said, these books are not that interesting really. Yeah, I don't know though. It's a cool mod though, and it's definitely like a more Thorncrafty way of doing all the recipes and finding out stuff like that. And I'm sure, you know, it will be implementing stuff like that in more complicated stuff. But anyway, until next time, anyway, thanks for watching.